Hello students, hope you are well. We have completed chapter of thermodynamics. Now we are going to start next chapter, isothermal and adiabatic process. In previous chapter, some processes have been defined. In isothermal process, temperature of system remains constant. So isothermal process follows Boyle's law. Isothermal process is a process in which temperature remains constant. Therefore it follows Boyle's law. Now let us understand isothermal process practically. Suppose you are having a cylinder provided with a piston. Wall of cylinder is perfectly conducting. Conductivity is infinite, perfectly conducting. Some gas is filled. Now piston is pressed. When piston is pressed, work will be done and work will be converted into heat. Since boundary is perfectly conducting, so whatever heat is produced, it will escape at once from the system, means no heat is left in the system. Therefore, temperature of the system remains constant. But the problem is, no system can have perfectly conducting boundary. So practically, we have to think that a system having good conductivity, boundaries are good conductor, not perfectly conducting, good conductor. If process is done very slowly, so heat will get enough time to escape from the system to keep temperature constant. In that condition, the process will be isothermal. So practically a process taking place very slowly is supposed to be isothermal. But keep in mind, condition of isothermal process is only temperature should remain constant. Slow or fast, these are different methods by which you can keep temperature constant. Keep in mind, I repeat, slow process is not necessary condition of isothermal process. The necessary condition is only one, temperature should remain constant. Now let us understand work done in isothermal process. You know that formula of work done is integration of PdV from V1 to V2. Suppose piston is changing from volume V1 to V2. From here you can write value of P, K by V. K is constant. So 1 by V dV, 1 by V dV, integrate, it becomes log V to the base E. Integration of 1 by X is equal to log X. Some basic formulas of integration have been given already. So it is log V. Now put the limits, upper limit minus lower limit. So log m minus n, so it becomes k log v2 by v1. For n mole of gas, you can write PV is equal to nRT. You compare this equation with equation number 1, you can write K is equal to nRT. So in place of K, you can write nRT, where T is constant temperature of that particular isothermal process. So you get this equation as work done. But this is log at base E. To convert base of the log, you should multiply 2.303. Then base changes to 10. So this is work done in terms of volume. Now for isothermal process, you can write P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. From here you get V2 by V1 is equal to P1 by P2. Now transfer this value here, you get another equation of work done in terms of pressure. Students, you have studied in class 9th and 10th that if a graph is plotted between x and y, slope is represented by delta y by delta x, slope or gradient. If a small portion of the graph is taken, then it can be represented by dy by dx. So dy by dx represents slope of a graph plotted between x and y. Now we are going to plot a graph between pressure and volume, means on y-axis we are taking P, x-axis we are taking V, volume. So for this graph, slope will be represented by dP by dV, dP by dV. Since it is isothermal process, so it follows Boyle's law. PV is equal to constant. We have to find dP by dV. So differentiate this equation with respect to volume. It is product of two functions. First function, second function. Formula of differentiation of product of two functions is first function differentiation of second plus second function differentiation of first is equal to 0 because it is a constant. Differentiation of constant is 0. dV upon dV cancel, P remains V dP by dV. So dP by dV is equal to minus P by V. Means slope is negative, minus P by V. Let us understand. PV is equal to constant. It means product of pressure and volume should remain constant. Very clearly, if pressure increases, volume should decrease and vice versa. Pressure increases, volume should decrease. Volume increases, pressure should increase. So see this curve. Here pressure is quite high, but volume is very small. As we are going right hand side, pressure is falling, but volume is increasing. Pressure is coming down and volume is increasing. So for this equation, shape of the graph is this. Now let us understand negative sense of negative sign. You know that slope is represented by tan theta. Theta is taken from positive axis. So tan theta is equal to dP by dV. If the graph was plotted between x and y, tan theta will be dy by dx, dP by dV. Very clearly, here theta is more than 90 degree. And you know that if theta is more than 90 degree, value of tan is negative. So tan theta you will get negative. And that you are getting here. So negative sign has a sense that if one quantity increases, other quantity should decrease. So this is slope of isothermal curve. Now students, let us understand adiabatic process. This process is also explained and defined in previous chapter. The process in which heat remains constant means during the process no heat should be supplied or taken from the system. Heat should remain constant. Let us understand how to think adiabatic process practically. Suppose we are having a system of perfectly insulating boundaries. Perfectly insulating means there is no possibility of transfer of heat at all. Having some gas, some work is done on the system. This work will be converted to heat and that heat will never escape. Neither heat cannot enter from outside. So heat of the system will remain constant. So such process is adiabatic. But the same problem, no material is perfectly insulating. So how to make a process adiabatic practically? If process is very quick, very fast, process takes place very fast, so heat will hardly get any time to escape from the system, and almost total heat will remain inside the system, so heat is constant. So practically a process which is very quick is supposed to be adiabatic, but fast process is not condition of adiabatic process. The only condition is heat should remain constant. Adiabatic process follows Poisson's law. Poisson's law. Poisson's law says that PV power gamma is a constant. Here gamma is Cp by Cv. It is called molar specific heat ratio. Molar specific heat at constant pressure and molar specific heat at constant volume. This ratio is called gamma. So it follows Poisson's law. And this equation can be written like this. Now, for ideal gas, you can write PV is equal to mu RT. P is equal to mu RT by V. Mu is a constant for given amount of gas, and R is universal constant. So mu R is a constant. So we are taking K1 as constant. So P is equal to K1 T by V. Now transfer this value of P in equation 1 here. This value is transferred here and solve. You get K1 T by V, P power gamma is equal to K. V is taken in numerator, so one power is subtracted and K1 comes right hand side, so K upon K1. It is ratio of two constants, and ratio of constant is another constant. So we can write T V power gamma minus 1 is a constant, or T1 V1 gamma minus 1 is equal to T2 V2 power gamma minus 1. This is second equation of Poisson's law. Again you can write PV is equal to mu RT. So V is equal to mu RT by P. Again mu R is a constant, so taken K2 here. Now transfer value of V in equation 1. After putting value of V in equation 1, you get this. Solve this. P power gamma and P power 1. P comes in denominator, one power is subtracted. K2 power gamma is taken right hand side, it becomes K upon K2 power gamma. Again it is ratio of two constants, so it is a constant. So you can write T power gamma upon P power gamma minus 1, or T1 power gamma, P1 power gamma minus 1 is equal to T2 power gamma upon P2 power gamma minus 1. It is third equation of Poisson's law. So Poisson's law has three forms: between pressure and volume, between temperature and volume, between temperature and pressure. Students, now let us find work done in adiabatic process. In adiabatic process, PV power gamma is equal to constant, or you can write P is equal to K by V power gamma, or KV power minus gamma. And also you can write P1 V1 power gamma is equal to P2 V2 power gamma is equal to constant. Now work done is equal to PdV, integration of PdV from V1 to V2. System changes its volume from V1 to V2. Take value of P from here. K is constant, so taken out. it is case of x power n dx. Formula of x power n dx integration is explained, told. So this integration comes out to be v power minus gamma plus 1 upon minus gamma plus 1. You should remember all the formula. You should learn all the formula and you have to apply whenever required. Now upper limit, it is 1 minus gamma. So upper limit 1 minus gamma minus lower limit, k is taken out. Now k is multiplied here, here k, here k. Value of k is this much. This value is written here. Value of k is this much. This value is written here. Means with 2 you will write 2, with 1 you will write 1. Now v2 power gamma into v2 power 1 minus gamma. In multiplication power are added. So minus gamma plus gamma cancelled. So here remains p2 v2 minus p1 v1 minus gamma plus 1. Now take minus as common. Take minus as common. So it becomes p1 v1 minus p2 v2 and it becomes 1 minus gamma. So this is work done in adiabatic process in terms of pressure and volume. Suppose initially temperature is T1 and final temperature is T2. So you can write P1 V1 is equal to mu R T1, P2 V2 is equal to mu R T2, ideal gas equation. Now transfer these two values in equation 2. Mu R is common, so it becomes mu R upon gamma minus 1 T1 minus T2. So this is work done in adiabatic process in terms of temperature. Now students, let us understand slope of adiabatic. For adiabatic process we can write PV power gamma is equal to constant, Poisson's law. Now differentiate this equation with respect to volume. Basic idea is already given in case of isothermals. So first function differentiation of second function differentiation of first. It is case of x power n dx. Differentiation of x power n. So nx power n minus 1. Same formula is being used here. So gamma v power gamma minus 1. Now v power gamma minus 1 is taken common. So here becomes gamma p and gamma minus 1 is taken out. So only one power is left, p. This value goes right hand side, becomes 0. This much. So we can write gamma p plus v dp by dv is equal to 0. From here you can write dp by dv is equal to minus gamma p by v. Again slope is negative. Now let us understand sense of the curve. Again pressure into volume power gamma is equal to constant. Very clearly when pressure increases volume should decrease and vice versa. So graph will have this type of shape. To find slope you draw tangent. Again you are getting theta greater than 90 degree. You know that slope is equal to dp by dv equal to tan theta and theta is 90 degree, so slope is negative. In case of isothermal process you get dp by dv is equal to minus p by v in case of isothermal, and here you are getting dp by dv is equal to minus gamma p by v. So clearly slope of adiabatic is equal to gamma times slope of isothermal. Gamma is always greater than 1, therefore slope of adiabatic is always greater than slope of isothermal. Slope of adiabatic is greater than slope of isothermal. Slope of adiabatic is gamma times of slope of isothermal. So students, I explained two important processes, isothermal and adiabatic, and related topics. Hope you could understand. Keep studying. Best of luck.